Hi everyone, and the start of a brand new work week. Once again coming to you from Chipfairlele here along the main road at Turtle Beach. I should have the internet connected to my own property in the next 2 or 3 days. Yay! And yes, still Christmas here. But I appreciate that they've allowed me to sit in their lovely cafe and do the program. Plenty of news to get into today. First, a bit of a follow-up to a story that came to our attention last December in a Deutsche Welle TV documentary which was aired on YouTube. Got a lot of views and became quite controversial. We'll sort of get into that as we go. And ThaiExaminer.com says, big joke, says police and Thailand vindicated after German trip where sex abuser recanted his story. A big joke is the nickname for the deputy police chief here in Thailand, Surachete Hakparn. And police investigation finds the Deutsche Welle TV expose on Patia underage sex arrests was unethical. No substance was found in the claims made in the documentary that officials in Patia were bribed to let a German businessman fly home after being arrested in an underage sex crackdown. It came after a written statement by a 55-year-old German businessman arrested in Patia in September 22 for underage sex absolved police in the city of complicity in his escape from justice in Thailand. The letter was handed over by German police. And afterwards, General Surachete blamed the media outlet Deutsche Welle TV and unethical behaviour by journalists for the controversy raised in December when an explosive TV expose was aired in Germany and worldwide online. Now, we do have a leaked response from the journalist who made the original documentary, and we'll get to that in just a moment. On Friday, General Surachete revealed that the German source in the documentary had blatantly lied to attract higher ratings. The documentary, A Shady Side of Paradise, aired in December 2023. And 55-year-old Jens Kirsch told journalists previously he'd bribed his way out of trouble in Patia. And in the TV documentary, the German man appears and tells the TV station he bribed officials in Thailand. Now he says it was a lie, and bank records support this. The shocking claim originally made by the German tourist was that he paid 1 million baht to Pattaya Police. This was to secure his release on bail in 2022. Mr. Kirsch stood accused of soliciting and having sex with an underage prostitute. The German accused faces criminal charges at home over underage liaison with a 17-year-old Patia bar girl. And the Thai Examiner story goes on. The tourist has now issued a letter retracting his previous statements. In it, he confirms the information he provided was misleading, and Kirsch now has also apologised to the Thai police. Now, I have had a letter sent to me, and it was a letter from the journalist who did the program, Wolfgang Luck, addressed to General Surachete Hakparn, and I don't believe it's been sent to the media, but I will read some parts out of it just to protect the person who sent it to me. I'll be reading them rather than necessarily showing you the text. And part of it says, I have not invented anything in my reporting on this case, but have reproduced what Jens Kirsch told me in the interview. He said, we even have Kirsch's statements again several times in writing in an email exchange, in which he also reports on bribes and police corruption that enabled him to leave for Germany. And I've heavily redacted this next part, but I'll show this to you. And these statements were confirmed to us by a second person who was personally present at the cash handover. Incidentally, in an interview in front of the camera, a third person involved in the case also confirmed the cash handover. In the Deutsche Welle film, we therefore report that in addition to legal fees and bail to the court and police, cash was also paid as a bribe, according to Mr. Kirsch. So a slightly different version of the story, and we do look forward to seeing that interview between Mr. Wolfgang Luck and Surachete Hakparn to see if we can glean anything else. But the Bangkok Post has also reported on this morning, and the headline, German pedophile sorry for fake news, and a lot of it goes over the same sort of material that was in the ThaiExaminer.com story, but a few other things. In Kirsch's letter, which was subsequently translated into Thai, the man insisted he never paid such a bribe to Thai authorities. He stated that he only paid for his bail. And the man wrote that the journalist who questioned him had deliberately presented the information in a misleading way in a bid to attract more viewers to the YouTube channel. Kirsch said the journalist's actions had insulted both himself and Thailand. Now, although the documentary was aired on Deutsche Welle and also shared on their YouTube channel, which has now been blocked, or that particular video has been blocked, it was from an independent filmmaker, Mr. Wolfgang Luck. And Kirsch insisted the Thai authorities worked professionally and apologised for giving an interview with an unethical journalist who had tried to sully the reputation of Thailand, and that was according to Police General Surachete Hakparn. So the issue is still making its way through Thai media, and a bit of a new perspective after that visit from General Surachete Hakparn, the Deputy Police Commissioner, over to Germany last week. So you are just going to have to work that one out yourself. Start of a brand new week here on TNT. Thank you very much for all the views on the weekend. And we'd like to thank 5-Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. If you'd like to head out to any of the beautiful islands in Panga Bay, you can have a bespoke chartered tour with the folk at 5-Star Marine. I can highly recommend the safety and also the service that you'll get during your 5-Star Marine visit. And moving on to our next story now, ThaiPBSWorld.com reporting Britain dies in failed parachute jump from Pattaya condo. And a British citizen died on Saturday when he attempted to base jump from the 29th floor of a condominium in Patia, but his parachute failed to deploy. And police say that the victim, a 33-year-old Natty Oddinson, who owned the Natty's Sky Photography website, and asked a friend to film his jump from the condominium as online video content. But his parachute, which was still attached to him, failed to open. Let's go to a BBC.com report, and it says British base jumper dies in Thailand after parachute fails. And staff at the building said the man had got to the top floor with friends who were filming him base jumping. And the extreme sport, which involves jumping with a parachute from high landmarks rather than an aircraft, has become increasingly popular among foreigners living in Southeast Asia. And some earn income from the number of social media followers watching their videos. However, with just a few seconds before hitting the ground, it's also very dangerous with little margin for error. That margin of error not going in favour this time for Mr. Ollinson. Very dangerous activity, obviously. Now some marine safety issues down south, and we'll start with this one reported on the Calcite English Facebook page. On Saturday, a 46-year-old Chinese tourist from Hunan province drowned at Koh Samet in Rayong province. Although CPR was tried, it was unsuccessful. The woman's family, who had gathered, were mourning. And at the same time, reported in Bangkok Post.com, French tourist drowns off the Similan Islands, and a Frenchman drowned while snorkelling off Similan Islands on Friday afternoon. Similan Islands about, half an hour up the road, and then a trip out onto the Andaman Sea. And the 66-year-old tourist, whose name was withheld pending notification of relatives, was snorkelling near island number 9 in the Mukos Similan National Park. And apparently he lost consciousness. The man was brought to shore where medics and officials from a Navy security unit administered first aid, but they found he had no pulse. He was rushed to the Kalak Medical Centre and later pronounced dead. And that story goes on to say it was the second drowning incident in the past week in the area, and last Saturday a 40-year-old Chinese man drowned while swimming off island number 7 in the island group. So 3 drownings in the last week, once again putting a spotlight on marine safety and how much monitoring is actually going on and a duty of care from these tour groups. Now, admittedly, some of these people, even if they can swim, are only poor swimmers at best, and they need much more monitoring than perhaps other people that might be able to swim. Now, I'm pretty sure these people probably were wearing some sort of flotation device while they were out there, but obviously they need a lot more monitoring. Heading to Patia now on our Monday TNT. Please subscribe to the channel if you get a moment. And 4 foreigners in Patia arrested by Thai police for faking their own kidnapping and possessing illegal items. And the story says 4 foreign tourists in Patia found themselves in hot water after they staged a kidnapping scheme, leading to their arrest and the discovery of illegal drugs and firearms. And the elaborate charade began when one of the men, a British citizen identified only as Ian, contacted his parents claiming he'd been kidnapped and that the kidnappers were demanding ransom. Worried and desperate, Ian's parents, instead of sending money, alerted Thai and international authorities, triggering a swift investigation by the Crime Suppression Division and the CIB. And following Interpol's tip-off, police raided the 4 foreigners' rented house in Patia. This was last Saturday. While no signs of the alleged kidnapping were found, the officers stumbled on a different kind of surprise: a stash of illegal drugs, including crystal meth and a loaded revolver with ammunition. And the 4 individuals, 2 Englishmen, a Frenchman and a New Zealander, were promptly apprehended on charges of drug possession, firearm possession and visa overstay. The 4 foreigners are currently facing serious consequences for their illegal possession and the kidnapping hoax. So those 4 assisting police with their inquiries as we head off to Bangkok and Thai PBS World, and motorists asked to use public transport until Tuesday to ease air pollution. And this story published on Saturday. And the Air Pollution Coordination and Resolution Centre is appealing for motorists to reduce the use of their private vehicles and switch to public transport until Tuesday to limit the accumulation of PM 2.5 dust in and around Bangkok. Are they going to turn all the factories off today? Are they going to send those buses belching black smoke back to the depot? Probably not. Let's check the iqair.com map this morning, and it shows, particularly out to the west of Bangkok, some very heavy air pollution today. And this is taken this morning around about 7:30 a.m. And let's check the fire map situation. And again, we've got the situation in Cambodia, which seems to have the lion's share of all the fires at the moment. Not so bad around central or northern Thailand as we speak, but the airflow is certainly going to be dragging this smoke from the Cambodian fires right towards the Thai capital. Just adding some extra woes to the pollution generated in the city as well. And with that, we thank you very much for watching today. Please subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.